Have you ever wondered about that strange feeling you get when someone's staring at you? Or why some people seem to light up a room while others drain all the energy from it? What if I told you these aren't just feelings? They're you sensing something real, something ancient. Cultures have known about for thousands of years. Your aura, a field of energy that surrounds your body like an invisible force field, isn't just some mystical concept. It's a part of you that you can learn to see, feel, and even control. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to take your first steps into this fascinating world of energy manipulation. This isn't about crystal gazing or fortune telling. These are practical, hands-on techniques that anyone, yes, anyone, can learn to master. Are you ready to discover what your aura can really do? Think of your aura like a glowing egg-shaped bubble that surrounds your entire body. Scientists who've studied this energy field, like those behind Kirlian photography, have shown it extending anywhere from a few inches to several feet around you. But here's the really interesting part. Your aura isn't just one simple layer. It's like an onion, with 7 distinct layers, each telling its own story about who you are. Let's break this down in a way that actually makes sense. Imagine you're wearing 7 different colored sweaters, one over the other. The first layer, closest to your skin, is called the physical aura. It's usually a blue or gray color, and it's directly connected to your physical health. When you're at the gym working out, this layer literally pulsates with energy. The second layer, the etheric aura, is where things get really fascinating. Ever had a gut feeling about someone? That's your etheric layer picking up on their energy. This layer usually appears as a smoky blue color and acts like your body's energy blueprint. Moving outward, we hit the emotional aura. And this is where the light show really begins. This layer changes colors faster than a chameleon, reflecting your emotional state in real time. Feeling angry? Watch it flash red, peaceful. It'll shift to a calm blue. It's like wearing your heart on your sleeve, but in Technicolor. The mental aura, our fourth layer, is where your thoughts live. It's typically yellow or gold, brightening when you're deep in concentration. Think of it as your brain's Wi-Fi signal. The stronger your mental activity, the brighter it glows. But here's something most people don't know. These layers aren't just pretty lights. They're directly connected to your body's energy centers, or chakras. Each chakra acts like a power station, pumping energy into your aura like a heart pumps blood through your veins. When your chakras are balanced, your aura shines bright and strong. When they're blocked, well, that's when you start feeling like you're running on empty. Understanding how these layers work together is crucial, because they don't just affect you, they interact with everyone around you. Ever walked into a room and immediately felt the vibe? That's your aura reading the room's energy before your conscious mind even processes it. Think of it this way. If your physical body is the hardware, your aura is the software that runs it. And just like software, it can be programmed, upgraded, and optimized. But before we get into how to do that, let's get one thing straight. Everyone, and I mean everyone, has this ability. Some people might be more naturally sensitive to energy, sure. Just like some people are naturally better at math. But with the right techniques and practice, anyone can learn to work with their aura. The real question isn't whether you can do it. It's how quickly you'll start seeing results once you know the right approach. And that's exactly what we're going to cover next. Before we dive into seeing and manipulating auras, we need to talk about something crucial: preparation. Think of it like warming up before exercise. You wouldn't run a marathon without stretching first, right? Same principle applies here. First things first, your space matters. You need somewhere quiet where you won't be interrupted. And no, you don't need a fancy meditation room with crystals everywhere. Though if you have one, that's great. Your bedroom, living room, or even a quiet spot in your garden will work perfectly. The key is feeling comfortable and undisturbed. Now, here's something vital that most beginners skip: grounding. Without proper grounding, working with energy can leave you feeling dizzy or scattered, kind of like trying to pour water into an already full cup. Let me teach you a simple but powerful grounding technique I learned from an energy master in Tibet. Stand barefoot if possible. Socks are fine if you need them. Feel your feet connecting with the floor. Now, imagine roots growing from the soles of your feet, pushing deep into the earth. These aren't just any roots. They're your roots, growing deeper and stronger with each breath. As you inhale, feel the earth's energy flowing up through these roots, filling your body with stable, calm energy. As you exhale, send any stress, tension, or scattered energy down these roots into the earth for recycling. But here's the part most teachers don't tell you. Before you can work with any kind of energy, you need to clean your own energy field. Think of it like washing your hands before preparing food. The simplest way to do this is through what I call the waterfall cleanse. Stand under the shower, or just visualize it if you're practicing elsewhere, and imagine pure white light pouring down over you like water. As this light flows down your body, it washes away any energetic debris, stress, negative thoughts, other people's energy you might have picked up during the day. Watch it all flow down the drain, leaving your energy field clean and clear. Here's a pro tip. If you're serious about energy work, do this cleanse every morning. It takes less than 5 minutes, but makes a world of difference in how clearly you'll be able to perceive and work with auras. The final step in preparation is sensitizing your hands to energy. This might sound strange, but your hands are natural energy sensors. They're packed with nerve endings that can detect subtle energy fields. Try this. Rub your hands together vigorously for about 30 seconds, then slowly pull them apart. Feel that subtle resistance, like invisible putty stretching between your palms. That's your first taste of feeling energy directly. Remember, these preparation steps aren't just formalities. They're the foundation that makes everything else possible. Skip them, and you're making things 10 times harder for yourself. Master them, and you'll be amazed at how quickly you progress in the techniques we're about to learn. Now that you're properly prepared, it's time to move on to something really exciting, learning to actually see auras. But before we do that, take a moment to practice these preparation techniques. Trust me, the time you invest in mastering these basics will pay off enormously as we move forward. Now comes the part you've been waiting for, learning to actually see auras. And yes, I mean literally see them with your own eyes. The secret lies in understanding how our eyes naturally work. You see, your peripheral vision, that's your side vision, is much more sensitive to subtle energy than your direct gaze. Let's start with something simple but mind-blowing. Find a white or light-colored wall and hold your hand about 6 inches in front of it. Don't focus directly on your hand. Instead, look slightly to the side or just past it. Keep your eyes relaxed and slightly unfocused. After about 30 seconds, you might start noticing something interesting. A thin, transparent outline around your fingers, almost like heat waves rising from hot pavement. That shimmer you're seeing? That's your first glimpse of an aura. Pretty cool, right? But here's where it gets even better. As you practice this technique, that faint outline will start becoming clearer and more colorful. Some people see it as a bluish haze at first. Others might see it as white or silver. Whatever color you see, trust it. Your eyes aren't playing tricks on you. You're beginning to perceive energy that's always been there, kind of like learning to see stars after your eyes adjust to the dark. Now let me share a professional tip that took me years to discover. The lighting in your room makes a huge difference. Natural, diffused daylight works best. Think cloudy day rather than direct sunlight. Avoid fluorescent lights if you can. They create electrical interference that can make aura viewing more difficult. Instead, use soft, warm lighting and try practicing during dawn or dusk, when the natural light is gentler. Here's an advanced exercise that builds on what you've learned. Place a piece of dark construction paper against that white wall. Hold your hand about 12 inches in front of the paper, fingers spread slightly. Now, instead of looking for an outline, try to notice any colors or patterns in the space around your hand. Don't strain. Let your eyes relax and let the images come to you naturally. Some of you might start seeing different colors right away. Others might need more practice, and that's completely normal. Remember how long it took you to learn to ride a bike? This is a new skill too, and like any skill, it improves with practice. What you might notice first are certain patterns, maybe waves of energy, sparkles, or what looks like heat distortion. Pay attention to these. They're your first glimpses into the energy field. As you get better at this, you'll start noticing. These patterns have different colors and intensities. These variations aren't random. They're actually providing you with information about the energy you're observing. Here's something fascinating. Once you start seeing auras, you'll realize they're actually three-dimensional. The energy field extends all around the body, like a glowing egg-shaped bubble. Start practicing with your hands, then move on to observing whole people. But remember, always ask permission before reading someone else's aura. It's not just polite, it's essential for ethical energy work. And don't get discouraged if you don't see rainbow colors right away. Some people start by seeing just white or gray tones, and that's perfectly fine. The colors will come with practice. What's important is that you're beginning to expand your perception beyond the physical realm. Next up, we'll learn how to not just see auras, but actually feel them. Because seeing is just the beginning. Wait until you experience what it's like to interact with these energy fields directly. Now that you're starting to see auras, let's explore something even more fascinating: feeling them. Your hands are actually incredible energy sensors, capable of detecting the subtle vibrations and frequencies of the aura field. And the best part? This technique often comes more naturally to people than seeing auras. Let me tell you something interesting. In traditional healing practices across Asia, practitioners spend years developing their sensitivity to energy through their hands before they ever attempt to see it. Why? Because our sense of touch connects directly to our intuition in a way that sight sometimes can't. Start by trying this. Hold your hands about 6 inches apart, palms facing each other. Close your eyes. This helps you focus on the sensations without visual distractions. Now, slowly move your hands closer together, then further apart, like you're gently compressing and releasing a ball of invisible putty. Pay attention to what you feel. You might notice a slight pressure, a tingling sensation, or even a feeling of warmth or coolness. What you're experiencing is the interaction between the energy fields of your hands. It's like having two magnets. You can feel the force between them even though you can't see it. Some people describe it as a thickness in the air, others as a gentle buzzing sensation. Whatever you feel, trust it. Your body is designed to sense energy. We've just forgotten how to interpret these signals. Let's take this a step further with what I call the energy scanning technique. Find a willing partner, or you can practice with a plant. They have amazing auras too. Hold your hand about 12 inches from their body, palm facing them. Slowly move your hand from their head down to their feet, maintaining that 12-inch distance. Don't touch them physically. We're working with the energy field here. As you move your hand, pay attention to any changes in sensation. You might feel areas of warmth or coolness, spots where the energy feels dense or sparse, or places where your hand seems to naturally want to linger. These variations aren't random. They're giving you information about the person's energy field. Here's what most teachers won't tell you. Everyone feels energy differently. Some people experience it as temperature changes, others as tingling or pressure. I once had a student who said it felt like moving her hand through different densities of water. There's no right way to feel it. Your perception is unique to you. Now here's an advanced technique that combines feeling with intention. As you're scanning someone's aura, imagine that white light is flowing from your heart, down your arm, and out through your palm. This light is pure, healing energy. You might notice that as you do this, the sensations in your hand become stronger. You're not just feeling the energy now, you're beginning to interact with it. Let's talk about distance. The aura has different layers, remember? As you practice, try varying the distance between your hand and the subject. Start at arm's length and slowly move closer. You might notice distinct changes in sensation at different distances. These often correspond to the different layers of the aura we discussed earlier. A word of caution here. When you're working with other people's energy fields, you might occasionally feel negative or heavy sensations. This is normal. You're simply picking up on energy blockages or imbalances. But here's the important part. Imagine your hands are covered in an invisible glove that prevents any of this energy from sticking to you. This simple visualization technique keeps your own energy field clean while you work. As we move into our next section on manipulating auras, these feeling techniques will become crucial. Because once you can feel energy clearly, learning to work with it becomes almost intuitive. It's like learning to swim. At first, you're just trying to stay afloat, but eventually you start to feel how the water moves and flows around you. Now that you can see and feel auras, it's time for something powerful, learning to actually work with this energy. Think of your aura like a muscle. Until now, we've just been looking at it and poking it. Now we're going to learn how to flex it. Let's start with a fundamental technique called aura breathing. Stand in a relaxed position and imagine your aura as a sphere of light surrounding you. As you inhale, visualize this sphere drawing inward, contracting until it's hugging close to your body. As you exhale, let it expand outward, pushing out in all directions. This isn't just visualization. If you've been practicing the previous techniques, you should actually feel the energy moving. Here's what's happening. When you contract your aura, you're increasing its density, making it stronger and more protective. When you expand it, you're extending your energy field, allowing you to interact with your environment more deeply. Master this, and you'll be able to adjust your energy field as easily as adjusting the volume on your phone. Now for something really fascinating, color programming. Every emotion, every state of being has its own color frequency in the aura. Want to feel more confident? Visualize your aura filling with gold light. Need healing? Work with emerald green. Seeking peace? Try soft blue. But here's the key. Don't just visualize these colors. Feel them. Let them saturate your entire energy field. I'm going to share a technique that martial artists have used for centuries. It's called the Golden Shield. Start with your aura contracted close to your body. Visualize it turning to solid gold, like you're inside a suit of golden armor. Now, any negative energy that comes your way simply bounces off. This isn't just imagination. You're actually programming your energy field to repel harmful frequencies. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Your aura naturally influences the energy fields of others around you. Have you ever noticed how some people can light up a room just by walking in? That's their expanded, positively charged aura at work. Others might drain everyone's energy without even realizing it. That's an unconscious energy draw. Here's an advanced technique I learned from an energy master in Japan. It's called aura streaming. Extend your hands in front of you, palms facing each other. Now, instead of just feeling the energy, actively move it. Create a flow between your hands, like you're passing a ball of light back and forth. As you practice, you'll feel the energy becoming more tangible, more responsive to your will. Warning time. When you start manipulating energy, you might experience some unusual sensations. Tingling, heat, spontaneous muscle twitches. These are all normal. Your body is adjusting to handling more energy. Just like building physical muscle, you might feel some energetic soreness at first. Here's something crucial that most teachers overlook. Grounding becomes even more important when you're actively manipulating energy. After any energy work, imagine roots growing from your feet into the earth, releasing any excess energy. Skip this step. and you might find yourself feeling spacey or overstimulated. Remember, your aura isn't just a pretty light show. It's a vital part of who you are, a tool for protection, healing, and growth. Learning to manipulate it consciously puts you in the driver's seat of your own energy field. Instead of being affected by every energy around you, you can choose what to absorb and what to deflect. In our next section, we'll explore how to apply these techniques in your daily life, from protecting yourself in crowded places to clearing negative energy from your space. The real magic happens when you start using these skills in the real world. Let's talk about putting all these aura techniques to work in your everyday life. Because let's face it, being able to see and manipulate energy is fascinating, but the real value comes from how it can improve your daily experience. First, let's talk about self-healing. When you're feeling run down or fighting off a cold, try this. Lie down comfortably and scan your aura using the techniques we learned. You'll likely notice darker or denser areas around where you're feeling unwell. Now, here's the practical part. Using your hands, imagine you're gently combing through these areas with golden light. Many healers have reported that this simple technique can help boost your body's natural healing processes. But here's where it gets really interesting. Protecting yourself in crowded spaces. Ever feel drained after being in a mall or busy subway? That's energy overload. Here's what to do. Before entering crowded spaces, use the golden shield technique we learned. But add this twist. Program your shield to be selective. Visualize it like a smart filter that lets in positive energy while reflecting the negative. I've taught this to healthcare workers who deal with sick patients all day, and they report feeling much less drained after their shifts. Let's talk about something we all deal with: toxic work environments. You don't need to quit your job to protect yourself from negative energy at work. Try this. In the morning, before heading to work, expand your aura to about arm's length and fill it with deep blue light, the color of calm and professional detachment. Then add a layer of rose pink for maintaining compassion without absorbing others' stress. It's like wearing an energetic suit of armor that's both protective and positive. Here's a practical tip for parents or teachers. Children are incredibly sensitive to auras, even if they don't realize it. If you're dealing with an upset child, try this. Expand your aura with calm, soothing colors. Light blue or soft pink work well, and gently overlap it with the child's energy field. Don't try to change their energy. Just create a safe, calm space around them. You'll often see them begin to calm down naturally. One of my students, a real estate agent, uses aura reading in a fascinating way. Before showing houses to clients, she scans the home's energy field. Yes, buildings have auras too. She can identify spaces that might need energetic clearing before showing them. It's completely transformed her business. She now knows exactly how to prepare a space to feel welcoming to potential buyers. Now, here's something incredibly practical. Using aura manipulation for better sleep. As you lie in bed, scan your aura for any spots of tension or scattered energy from your day. Using your hands, smooth out your energy field like you're straightening a wrinkled sheet. Then contract your aura close to your body and fill it with deep, peaceful, indigo blue. Many people report falling asleep faster and sleeping more deeply with this technique. Remember that energy exchange principle we talked about? Here's how to use it in relationships. When you're having an important conversation, pay attention to how your aura interacts with the other person's. If you notice their energy field pulling strongly on yours, that might indicate they're unconsciously trying to draw on your energy. Simply contract your aura slightly and reinforce your boundaries while still maintaining a compassionate connection. The applications are endless once you start paying attention to the energy fields around you. From clearing the energy of your home to creating a more productive workspace, these techniques aren't just theoretical. They're practical tools for better living. As we wrap up our journey into aura manipulation, Let's talk about some advanced concepts and important warnings that every energy worker needs to understand. Think of this as your safety briefing before taking flight with your new skills. First, let's address something crucial: the ethics of aura reading. Just because you can read someone's energy field doesn't mean you should do it without permission. Your growing sensitivity is a gift, but it comes with responsibility. Imagine if someone could read your private thoughts whenever they wanted. Not very comfortable, right? Always ask permission before reading someone's aura and respect their right to privacy. Here's something most beginners don't realize until it's too late. Working with auras can make you incredibly sensitive to energy. You might start picking up on everyone's emotional state, feeling overwhelmed in crowded places, or even experiencing physical symptoms from others' energy. This isn't a problem. It's actually a sign of progress. But you need to know how to handle it. The solution: regular energetic maintenance. Think of it like personal hygiene for your aura. Daily grounding, regular energy cleansing, and maintaining strong boundaries aren't just good practices. They're essential for anyone seriously working with energy. Now, let's talk about signs of progress. Some of you might be experiencing things that seem strange but are actually indicators that you're advancing. Seeing flashes of light in your peripheral vision? That's your energy sensitivity increasing. Feeling unexpected emotional waves? You're probably picking up on others' energy fields. Having unusually vivid dreams? Your consciousness is expanding into higher energy frequencies. But here's the most important advanced concept of all: consistency beats intensity. It's better to practice these techniques for 10 minutes every day than to do a 3-hour session once a month. Your aura is like a muscle. It responds better to regular, gentle exercise than to occasional intense workouts. As we conclude this guide to aura control, let's recap what we've learned. We've discovered that your aura isn't just some mystical concept. It's a real, tangible energy field that you can learn to see, feel, and manipulate. We've explored techniques for visualization, protection, and healing, and we've learned how to apply these skills in practical, everyday situations. Remember when we started, and I asked if you'd ever felt someone staring at you? Now you understand that sensation was your aura detecting their energy field. You're not just learning new skills, you're remembering abilities that have always been within you. This is just the beginning of your journey with energy work. As you practice these techniques, you'll discover that working with auras opens doors to even deeper understanding of yourself and the energy world around you. Some of you will go on to explore energy healing, others might develop powerful protection techniques, and some might even discover abilities you never knew you had. Keep practicing, stay grounded, and most importantly, trust your experiences. Your sensitivity to energy will continue to grow as long as you maintain your practice. Remember, everyone's journey with energy work is unique. Don't compare your progress to others. Focus on your own development and growth. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of aura control. If you found this helpful, give this video a like, subscribe for more advanced energy work tutorials, and share your experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your journey with these techniques. Until next time, keep your energy field bright and your boundaries strong. See you in the next video.